Good evening, folk. Round 3 of RBT6 presents two Chinese teams, I believe. Amagami versus Solar System, the emerging stars of RBT6, as we saw in their last match against Korea Gaming, was nice and close. I'm joined by Kracha, who we're streaming and potentially casting, depending if Identity comes or not. How you doing, Kracha?
I'm doing great. What about you?
What about me?
What about you?
I'm doing alright. I'm actually pretty keen to watch this match as we're one more ready up away from going live. I think last time I cast Korea Gaming and who was it?
Solar
System. It was actually a very, very close game. So we on Pacify, so it'll be very I'm very keen to watch how this game rolls out. Obviously Amagami have been around for some time, maybe a few roster changes if not. Maps 1 to 4 today of Dark Carney Remix, so one more ready up away from going live. I will do a quick roster rundown. I'll try to anyway. You know what, I'm not going to do a roster rundown because I can barely pronounce any of their names, but let's give it a crack. We've got Mayuyu, Hinamori, Metal Slime, and
that's I think
that's Cat.
Yeah, that's
Is that Cat?
Yeah.
Alright, that's Cat. Alright, awesome. And on the Solar System, we've got Moon, 8712, Tibar, and I'm going to call that Anime Girl on as the remaining character. As we do go live, Solar System playing Survivor first as the Smoker tries to pull from the back, won't really do anything, and Hana falls off the billboard. Boomer will get nearly a scratch, but pretty much zeros on the board all around for Amagami. Turn on my spec card real quick.
Clean take by Solar System.
Yeah, very good take by Solar System. Obviously both teams have got green ping, being the neutral server, 1 to 4. No finale, so it'll be quick and short, I'd imagine. First tank is late, 78%. Will be in the hands of Hinamori. Second hit, charge, Jockey, Boom, and Hunt. All opted to take the higher ground, bridge or billboard rocket spawns. Solar System playing 2 shotgun, 2 Uzi. Positioning as the boomer goes in. That's a nice double boom. The charge unfortunately misses. Jockey jumps around for a bit, do anything. And I don't think that charge is getting a respawn as Solar System shut him down real quick. So they'll be able to get through the next check, I'd imagine, with no charge. I don't think there's too much of a threat. Obviously they'll have a spit, but if they've put a good amount of go-go, they'll be able to block the other side of the hotel roof. So 2-2 for the next hit with a Smoker and what is that last spawn? Hunter?
Yeah, Hunter.
Not too threatening as that Smoker attacks himself. I don't know if that's a tactical hit as a wall kick. That Hunt lands pretty nice, but look at that spitter.
This is the classic 1x1.
This is an Evo strat if I've ever seen one. More zeros on the board after 3 hits. We've got Mayuyu, Hinamori, and Cat all on 0 with Metal Slime on 3. Next hit will be a Spitter Jockey. Spitter that hadn't spawned in the prior hit, to point out. Charger and Smoker, so a good set here. Ideally, this will do damage as the Smoker lands.
Ooh.
Charger doesn't land though. Jockey gets M2'd, however, Rochelle gets stuck in the spit a little bit. But a few points on the board for Amagami. Curious to see who the chat's got their vodkas on this evening. I think, to my understanding, I saw it's in the favor of Amagami, I think, vodkas.
It is in a big favor of Amagami. It's like 90% to 10%. It's almost 80k. 80k for Amagami and barely.
All my vodkas on Solar System. I'm backing the underdogs here. I don't know if many of the viewers are aware of the players on Solar System, but they're a bit of a new team to me anyway.
They're new, but they are really strong.
Yeah, they're definitely strong. They've actually proved themselves pretty nicely. Both teams 2-0 into round 3, so obviously both are doing pretty well as the boomer gets shut down very nicely by Tibar. So just hold in. Smoker Hunter. What is that, a charge or a jockey? One of the two obviously, but this tank's always second pass.
I never seen tank coming from this way, to be honest.
I don't think I've seen survivors play it here. Like, now that they're pushing forward, this car's actually gonna bounce right in and cause some separation, but it seems like they're just gonna try to take the bottom hill. The charger lands, and now this tank's just gonna try commit and try to land the car. Unfortunately, the Hunter is in a position where the car does eventually land, and there should be a grind, I'd imagine, to try secure a kill here onto T-Bar. Good work here by S-Side. Tank's got a lot of health still left, so you may be able to maybe land a miracle punch or Rochelle's getting a little too close. Better watch out for that car. Nick nearly eats that car, but apart from that car on
it's all undead. We take those.
Still undead, I think, was probably the best situation that Amagami could have hoped for, especially after the way the survivors were kiting. I don't think I've seen a boom land here for Amagami, so a little unfortunate there. Charger Hunter obviously delaying survivors to move forward. Good car by Hinamori getting into a good position, but it was a little sketchy. Are they in? They're in.
They're in? I don't know. I don't think so.
They're in.
They might.
Nick's just gonna go here. Oh, the Charger spawns up. The Hunter gets a wall kick off the bus.
That's a Kryter Charger right there.
You know what? That's not bad for bonus though. 415 off the first round will just put him about 800 points. Nearly.
That's an average score on the first map, to be honest.
It's not too bad. It's not below average at least. You know, 800-ish would have been a good score for the first round. 8 to 1,000 obviously, but considering that tank was being kited quite nicely, I think the survivors kind of got a little startled by that car falling right in between, I think, Pos 1 and the remainder players. So I think they took their eyes off the SI for a second. I think Nick, whoever Nick was, found himself out of position and I think kind of fell apart there. But you know what, apart from that tank fight, it was a pretty clean round from Solar System. Not much damage at all from Amagami. Let's see if they can do the same. Not the strongest hits to start off with. 2-2. Boomer also spawning in the truck. Gets this double boom. The Hunter actually lands. Was that a DP or was I just not paying attention? Lands some kind of a hunt.
It wasn't.
And the Spitter are able to capitalize on that Hunter, and Rochelle's trying to pick the Spit that's quite obviously hiding under the billboard, but I think she's realized she doesn't want to waste time. I take that back, is wasting time. Who was that? Cat? Trying to pick that Spitter. It would have been an important pick, but unfortunately does not get it.
Reloading. Reload.
Charge Spit. Hunter Jock.
Over here. Reload.
Most definitely a stronger hit compared to the first. Do they land? It's not easy landing on this bridge take, I suppose, compared to the regular bridge take. A lot more areas to dodge. I'm kidding. It's literally the same take. Here we go, Hunter's in. Charger gets I was gonna say a single pound onto Coach, but that Hunter gets skeeted in 6 shots by Cat. Is it?
It was his kid.
Roughly the same amount of damage, yeah. 6 shots, pretty nice. So roughly the same amount of damage as Amagami had at this point of time. Solar System doing. Pushing right through. Obviously there'll be maybe one more hit at the hotel. They want to be able to sink here. Another shutdown from Cat there. Maybe looking to sack for a better SI. I'm not too sure what their last SI was, but it's either going to be a quad or a spitter here. Either or.
Quick shout out to Elliot. I hope you are ready to lose against me in 2 days.
In a few days. The charge actually nearly landed the charge into Rochelle. That would have been great separation, but again, I think both teams... Oh, never mind. That alarm's been triggered by Cat very graciously. and a few more cars. So obviously they're going to be looking to take out the horde here, and obviously either fight the tank here or go back. So getting themselves into a nice little position here. Obviously the survivors can... Where is Rochelle going? Go back to your team. Obviously the infected have ladders to get onto the roof. The single boom lands. A pull onto Rochelle. The jockey gets M2'd. Spitter causes a bit of pain on top of the second floor, but nice take. So obviously playing a little passive here, trying to make sure that the cars are not going to be an issue in terms of alarm anyway. Don't want any additional horde for the run back or fight forward. But yeah, nice I suppose little shout out there to Elliot. Should be a good game to watch. Battle of the Clowns. Tank in the hands of 8712. Spawn just beside his hittable. Survivors obviously playing Survivor second. Have a good understanding of where the tank will spawn, and so they're trying to optimize as much or maximize as much pre-commit tank damage as... Oh my god, that car really rolled back a few. That's a little better, but playing tank here, it's not easy to get this hittable in. It's actually quite a task. Not for this tank though. He's gonna get in. Oh Jesus. Okay.
Oh my god.
Take a little breath. That tank car is rocketed in. That's gonna cause some separation. But you know what? This tank's actually committing.
They need to
charge
push him.
Hana to help him out. This is a bit of a risky commitment here. Now that he's got nothing
Second
to
wave
lift by the tank so far. And this tank is looking like a dead tank. Nick hiding the tank pretty nicely, and the tank obviously knows he is dead before he even...
No hitter.
No hitter there by a solar system.
Hey, some guns here.
Good kiting there by Amagami. Questionable support there by a solar system who tried to do much of the same that Amagami had done and try cap someone so the tank can run past and get the hittable in, but I think they were just in a bit of a better position compared to solar system, so that's a bit of a
Reloading.
shocking start of a tank for solar system. Do have one more hit, however it will be a 2-2, so I don't imagine too much damage rolling out the remainder of round 1. Happy to be proven wrong always. Taking the time clearing out the comment, don't want to take any damage from unnecessary CI, and they're just going to hold it in. Oh, that's a nice fake there. The double boom does land, the smoker's target gets stumbled and the spitter gets pulled. Oh, sorry, the smoker pulls coach into the spit. So they lose about 30 bonus maybe off of that hit, but still have a lead of 300-ish. Yeah, 304.70. Good start. It's written right there for me. 361. Good start there by Amagami. To be honest, Solar System could have done the exact same. They were holding nice go-go throughout the map. And I don't think Amagami did much damage to him at all, actually, until that Charger Hunter saved that tank, because that was looking pretty much like Solar System's tank. I don't think he landed any punches or was a no-hitter. I do think he could have had maybe a corner or a nick, but lost it towards the end. The Charger was just hiding, to be honest. He could have just gone in for a few scratches to, I don't know, distract the fire of the survivors, but still a close game. Only round 1. The tank is, God, it's late. 89%. Hinamori and Moon, the last two of each team. Or the last of each team to ready up. First hit does look nice. Charge Hunt, Spit. And Jockey.
Over there.
Nice for the infected, I mean. Ooh. Bit of a cancel from the ready up. I'm not too sure what's... Oh, they're just trying to clear out all the common, it seems like, from whatever field of view they have. Out of the safe room. And they're all out. Each of the survivors are out. Nice kid. Double charge, nearly lands. Good clear. I suppose that's the advantage you have. When you've got all the survivors out of the safe room, everyone can trade fire. It looked a little scary there where they're all clustered up together. Could have been I suppose bad if that hunter hadn't been skidded because that charger was zooming right in.
Reloading.
Uber gets popped nicely as the hunter gets skidded yet again. The double charge lands this time onto Mayu and Hinamori. Smoker saves, so this will be a 2-2 with a smoke jockey. I'm not too sure if that Smoker needed to save, but maybe it's something I don't know. Something in the minds of the solar system. T-Bar, the only infected to do any damage. Jockey lands, a bit of damage. Boomer gets a nice single. The jockey gets supported by the Smoker as Coach walks into the spit for a few.
Thank you, Mayu.
We'll get him to, yeah, thank you, Mayu. Bit of damage now onto the board for Solar System as Amagami will walk their way through. Probably one of the scarier hits of round 2 Dark Carney remix. Probably, I'd say the bigger choke of round 2. This alleyway, whether it's standard Dark Carnival or
Oh god.
or the remix version, is quite scary. A lot of spawn points, especially, yeah, in between.
I just noticed the percentage of the tank. Oh my god, that's so late.
Yeah, it's a very, very late tank, so I'd imagine if, knowing that both teams are playing on green ping, they should be able to make it to the tank quite healthy, but now that charge spit with the Hunter will do some work onto the survivors. Luckily, Rochelle's got that little divider to, I suppose, elevate the stuff out of the spit, but that was a good hit. Nice 2-cap there by the spit. Charger jockey, Charger Hunter, I mean. Forcing some pills there, Hinamori finds a set. Just means that there won't be late set of pills for this tank fight. Obviously this tank is ridiculously late. This is nearly a 90% tank spawn, as the next hit will be a Smoker, Jockey, Boomer and Charger. They're looking to actually hit on the drop, it seems like. I haven't seen too many teams do this. Smoker position is actually quite cheeky too, on the right hand side of the taco bucket building. Sacking that Boomer to get a better spawn. By better, I mean it might be a quad cap. Did they land this quad? What do you reckon, Crutcher? Oh, look at that jockey spawn on the other side.
If they're gonna play like this, there's no way they can land the quad.
Yeah, this is some very funny hits here by Solar System, who've
Evo
done a bit
style.
of damage, but yeah, nothing too concerning. Hunter's probably gonna go for a nice little wall kick here onto Coach, I'd imagine. Ooh, onto Rochelle, who found herself separated. Will take a few ticks. Tank will be in the hands of Moon. I'm pretty sure against Korea Gaming, Moon had a nice tank. So, do we see a repeat of a lovely tank earlier in RBT6? Make his way around. The Boomer will go for a miracle. It does land an impact charge. There'll be 10 potentially, or 8, whatever that does. There's a spitter. Sacks. That spitter actually was not ready at all. That could have been a bit more damage onto whoever got pummeled. Tank's actually kited quite nicely. If there's anything this map has for hittables, it's that bin right underneath where the tank is now. So good rotation here by Moon. Completely aware of the fact that he does have a hittable to play with. And this might just be a commit. He's on first pass at 90%.
He has one hittable. It's right under.
Yeah, he's got that bin right underneath him. He could play it out for a little longer, but you should know that once this hit goes down, they're not going to have a good hit. No smoke, so they're going to have a charge boom hunt. I think hunt. Well, they definitely have a charge and a boom, which is probably a pretty... It's not an ideal set for this tank fight. Not ideal at all. Few rocks. There is a... Where is that gun? There is a brown shotgun inside the hot dogs refreshments, I suppose, shop. No Uzi, unfortunately, unless they do a bit of a weapon switch. I do imagine that they've got a lot of ammo though. They haven't shot at too many things. The tank's just got free vision at this point. They might just sack the charge boom as that hittable's hit nicely. Tank will now rotate onto a closer position for this tank fight. As does take about a K chip. Oh my goodness.
K for nothing.
Yeah, a lot of chip here by Amagami, and I'm not too sure if that was really worth it, because now he's going to be committing with about minus 1100. That boomer gets popped again. They've really got to stop doing rocket booms because it's not the meta anymore for a competent team. Anyway, the tank kites back to another position, obviously trying to work his hittable. And in this case, he's going to be pushing the survivors into a dead end. Committing now. Oh, this hittable is really not working for Moon here, unfortunately, taking more damage, going down to about 4,500. Looks like he is committing to a hittable tank though. And the support will need to go early because he's about 3.5k. The smoker does not land, neither does the charger. What the shit? Okay, this is a few punches I want to nick, and maybe we'll get an in cap. He needs to get a turn and spread the love, it seems like. Oh my goodness, I think I just saw Hinamori obliterate that tank.
Yeah.
Completely with a katana on his back. That's about 2.5k.
Ninja style, oh my god. From 2k to there.
Yeah, lack of awareness there. And it's quite common with tanks nowadays where they don't notice someone on the back with a melee. Sometimes it's just worth turning around and punching them off and going back for that hit. Anna does try to get a pounce and will get a pounce onto Coach, who finds himself Mayuyu in no man's land and will get an in cap for that. So that's a bit of a throw there. DB Mayuyu. Who is Rochelle? Look at Rochelle all the way at the back. No one's paying attention to Hinamori, who's completely commoned at the back. And you know what? This is suddenly looking like a good tank. I didn't do a bonus check before or after that tank fight, but all of a sudden Amagami are really, they're practically in the same position. That Hana gets skeeted again. Metal Slime on skeet patrol this time, but yeah, they've really hurt. Another set of pills being popped and the bonus goes down to 340. Now turning into an average run, as the charger will get maybe a double charge. We'll just get a punch and settle for that only. Got too greedy to get a punch charge, and because he's facing 3 survivors, doesn't do anything. So one hit turned out to be quite detrimental. The rest of them were quite mediocre, I suppose, for what they're capable of. But so far, 2 tanks for Solar System, not doing enough damage. But in their defense, or in the tank's defense, he didn't get any SI land. Or have any SI land on maps 1 and 2. So if they want to do some damage, I suppose back to basics and supporting the tank period, as the Hana does land. Oh, what a 2 cap, and they're both in the spit.
Oh,
Amagami. Look at that for a starting hit. Lovely damage onto Anime Girl, and I suppose Tiba got the better end of the stick, but good damage. I suppose they tried repeating what Amagami did and running out of the safety, but I think that Hana should have been skeeted. Smoke onto Rochelle doesn't land. We'll go for a respawn, the Charger Boomer and a Hunter positioning up inside. So I'd imagine they'd try play on the survivors as they either... I'd imagine that as they go outside, it's probably the smarter hit. I don't think they'd go on the inside. If they do, then I suppose... well, they do. Ooh, a scary 2-cap nearly landing. The Hunter does land at the back on the boom survivor. The smoker gets cleared again. So that was a way better take for Solar System. They're just going to move through the next few chokes here nice and quickly. They've taken a few damage, that's fine. But because of the late few hits onto Amagami, the bonus isn't too scary. So they didn't make sure they at least make it with the same amount of bonus, if not 100 or so less. to keep the game competitive, to keep the scores competitive. The Hunter goes for a wall kick and jockey lands. The Hunter dies towards the end and the charger lands onto the jockeyed player.
That was a slow get up. Oh my god.
Unfortunately, a slow get up, but I think I'm just not seeing fast enough clears by Solar System here. I mean, the Hunter pounced around 3 or 4 times before he got skeeted. If that was a 1 or 2 shot skeet, that charger could have been trade fired and shut down also. I do think that jockey could have been M2 to your green ping gamers should be able to land M2s on their jockeys. Especially if they see it.
Hey, I think I heard a boomer.
Better take there by Solar System. Lovely. They will find a set of pills. Knowing that, Tiba will pop up.
Gotta reload. Reloading.
So,
Reloading.
DB is still 100%, but just barely. Health bonus is down to nearly halfway. They're going to have to maintain as much health as they can because this tank fight can, if it's stretched out by Amagami, they're going to be working overtime. That's a nice escape by Moon, something we were longing to see. This is a pretty much solo shutdown here by Moon. It's pretty good stuff. If not good trade fire by Solar System, and they should be able to get right through and drop, maybe spawn the tank perhaps, without a secondary hit going through, but they will have SI up. Quick ammo check. Should spawn up the tank really quickly. Knowing that the spawns are up, they can -1, and they do that. So that's pretty nice by Solar System. Another skeet, so late skeets coming onto the hands of Solar System, who shut down that boomer, smoker, and jockey nicely. So that was good to see. Tank in the hands of China's prodigy, China's Dex boyfriend / girlfriend.
That's true.
My Yu-Yu.
Dex girlfriend, my Yu-Yu.
The legend. Man, myth, and legend also making that same transition onto the roof of the safe room as a jockey lands. That is nearly a 3-piece. Nice work by Amagami. That Hunter, charger, and jockey nearly in amazing coordination. So that takes off a lot of health from a Solar System. DB hurting. Truly. So they need to understand that the tank's obviously still going to be on first pass. The lossing is probably going to be the best opportunity to force the tank to go in, because now a double boom that does land will allow the tank to now bleed out T-Bar, throw a few rocks, drain out the ammo of the Uzi players because there aren't any Uzis to pick up, and looks like it's just going to commit, or maybe put the bin into a better position like Moon tried to do, but in this situation he's not taking any damage whatsoever or chip. Look at the common, this tank is committing. Nice in cap onto T-Bar, who just couldn't escape the hittable or the common, and this is going to be another in cap onto Rochelle, who gets punched twice as a smoker provides good support for the tank. Tick rate seems iffy, but this might be a, yeah, this should be a wipe. The tank's got so much health still left that the Hunter should finish things off with the smoker, and that's a good round by Amagami, who really had a lot more coordination with their SI on that tank fight in particular. Good 2-boom there that really set up that tank wipe. So the gap of 360 just grows to about nearly 700-ish, 760. So they add 400 of a lead onto their board. So map 3 is just going to have to be that game-changing map here for Solar System. The tank's at about 52%. This will be an outside tank near the event, and I don't imagine, unless they have a huge tank here, Solar System, this tank is pretty easy to kill. You got what, 1 or 2 hittables to play with? Good support there for my U. I suppose he landed a nice bin, solo bin on a common survivor. For those of you who are unaware, Amagami are also going to be playing the lower bracket finals of UNT. I think it's on Sunday night, I suppose, Eastern timing.
Oh, what?
Amagami versus Favela Boys in the lower bracket finals of UNT.
Oh yeah, I have to wake up at 7 AM for that.
Oh, you better wake up.
I will.
You better wake up. Alright.
Bullshit!
One more ready up.
God damn.
Come on, anime girl. Tank in the hands of who? Who is it?
Anime girl? Yeah.
Needs a white P for solar system because the score's growing. Amagami are getting away with the lead, but hopefully they can provide some damage. That's a good hunt spit to start off with. A bit of damage on the board and potentially a quad sack order. Good damage for a 2-2 hit here. Playing 3 shotguns on Uzi. It's probably, depending on your team's strengths, when you're stuck with a brown and an regular Uzi, everyone knows how ass a regular Uzi is, particularly on tank fights. So the hunter doesn't get skeeted, and the charger lands a nice charge. Ellis in the getup of that spit, and this is just further damage onto Cat.
How we guys play? How we guys play Nicolaks? You guys play 3 Uzis?
We Nicolaks play 2 shotguns, 2 Uzi, and then on a tank fight, we like to switch to the 3rd Uzi option just to, I suppose, maximize as much damage as we can. But it also depends on what kind of map it is, how early the tank is, what guns we've got. If we've got regular Uzis, that's just not worth having, I suppose.
Indeed.
Definitely not worth. The regular Uzi sucks for tank, but yeah, it really depends on your team's structure. As a hunter lands and a smoker goes for a few scratches, that spitter wasn't even ready, so Moon unfortunately unable to capitalize on that nice wall kick there. But we'll save, I think, for a spit charge. This is some good damage. A big hit here can really give a solar system a good opportunity to wipe. Most survivors won't be 5 punches. Taking the time, betting out the common. Don't want any lingerers. 2-2 here was a spit jock charge hunt. Boom. My Yu leading the attack, followed by Hinamori holding the chromes. That spitter's gonna get picked. They need to be careful. At least that boom lands to cause a bit of a distraction for the survivors, but that spit needs to be careful because he's chipped to nearly half health, and that charge is positioning himself close to the charge. Oh, that's a good charge and a spit to follow. So some good damage there by solar system onto Mayu, who just walks into that charge, unfortunately trying to get maybe a clear on that spit before the charge can spawn. Good damage. I have 2 SI up, smoke charge, ready to maybe play on the first few survivors, and the tank spawned right near the coaster, I'd imagine. That tank is rolling. Oh, I thought it was gonna roll in, but it looks like it's gonna take the big slide all the way up, big coast up. There's one hittable for this tank. The bin, there is a secondary bin, I think that's also hittable around the side of the barn. But this Uzi is not going to do, I don't think, anything to this tank over range, I don't believe. Or might be better at range and not at close distance, but Smoker Jockey unable to do anything. The boomer is up. Some good chipping. Maybe it's better at range. This is some good chips. Nearly half okay. Just over. Boomer does not land either, so nightmare on tank support continues here for Solar System. Where is this tank going? Going for a bit of a walk. This is a commit. Commit with a charge jockey and a hunter. Bin available. Gets it into a bit of a tricky position. We'll have to hit that a bit. Maybe twice, maybe 3 times, because that was a pretty bad hit. Maybe 4 times. Here we go. Tank is in with about 4k health, and the bin might land here. Oh,
Ooh.
does not land. The charger gets a nice 2 pound, 3 pound onto Hinamori. This will be a down. Boom. Down indeed, and this tank is looking to get out as a few tables are smacked into the face of the survivors, and this tank does get out with just about 500 HP left. Not enough to do much damage, I don't imagine, but unfortunately not able to get that bin into a position where he could have incapped any of the survivors. 400 HP left and a dream for this tank. How did that not hit Rochelle? Baffles me. And unfortunately hitting the sign, but does get skeeted by Ellis. The tank dead. So unfortunately, they don't get the wipe here, Solar System, and I don't know why Ellis is going all the way back. Maybe gets a set of pills.
We don't have time to play any of these games.
They're gonna be. Oh, look at the separation here. Coach is all at the front, understanding that they're probably gonna have maybe a 3-cap split for this hit, not a quad cap. Well, I think they have a 2-2, even worse for our Solar System, because for this choke they really need a smoker. Could be wrong. This charger could get a quad charge for all I know, but looks like that charger is going to be positioning from behind. Oh, the charger comes in and gets a charge into the spit. The jockey won't be able to do anything, but Mayu takes a bit more damage, maintaining his DB though. He's not bleeding DB just yet. But yeah, Amagami are getting away here. Still have 530 bonus. Hana goes for a walking. What a skeet by Mayu! Instantaneous lands and gets a skeet on the run. Not hitting me today.
Mayu never played like that. What the fuck?
This is a different Mayu today. Fearless. Fearless. Absolutely fearless. Fearless. I think it's just momentum based. This game's really... You know, once you've got momentum on your side, you feel like you're invincible. Well, then Mayu's in a bit of the D this round, but that skeet was pretty nice. Oh, look at that SI coming from the ladder attack. The Hana doesn't land onto Coach, but that charger gets absolutely deleted. Jockey gets skeeted. Well, the skeet lands, but the jockey gets N2'd about 10 times. So the Mayu you've got today is a complete, I mean complete opposite of Mayu period. So enjoy this while this lasts, folks, because you're not going to see this too often. But this is great. Look at this. About a 1800 point lead. And Solar System have got some work to do. But based on the previous round from Amagami, this is a bit of a hard task. It's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible, but it's kind of unlikely.
I mean, if they're gonna get whacked, it's most likely GG.
Yeah. I mean, even if they don't make it with the same bonus, it's going to be GG because they need like 900 to win as a... They don't get as much damage as Solar System did onto Amagami, but because this is the second last map, they're not playing Finale today. The map's 1 to 4. Solar System have a bit of work to do. Playing with a 3 shotgun lineup, logically as a charge. Land a double charge as the jockey and Hana will go in to cause a bit more damage. The jockey just scratches. Unfortunately, the spit does not spread to the back. Metal Slime doesn't get that spit into the back corner after her teammate got a huge double charge. Now these survivors are really chasing down the spitter. Oh, Rochelle goes right through, absolute disrespect, but that spitter outruns Rochelle. So now who's the dummy? Completely out positioning, and this charger gets about 2 or 3 punches onto Moon, whose aggressiveness now turns into a bit of pain. I think they're just trying to move through the map as fast as they can, and Metal Slime is just teasing them at this point of time. They desperately want to kill the spitter, but he's just too good. He's just too good.
Too good.
Hunter's pre-spawned already. Gets right in there, and that spitter gets another spit. And you know what? Does he get out? He doesn't get out, but 2-boom does land. So right now the bonus is just about double Amagamis, with a tank still to come. Tank will be in the hands of Metal Slime. Spitter main. Moon is bleeding. Might bleed out Moon. Jockey doesn't land. Charger doesn't land. And neither does Ahana. Probably the cleanest tech I've seen so far by Solar System, who are kiting towards the front. I don't know if this is a mental strategy. Oh my god, that rock nearly lands.
What is that push?
This is more an act of desperation here by Solar System, completely aware of the fact that they have been put under the pump. I haven't seen a team fight the tank down here.
What is happening?
Plenty of area to juke the tank, I suppose, and if not, just makes it so much easier for the SI to land. But I don't know. This is the first time I'm seeing this, so this shall be entertaining. Boomer not landing. The tank will get a corner onto Rochelle, and the survivors are getting right into this tank. The health is depleting, but not depleting fast enough, and the tank will get another punch and maybe look to spread the love here now, knowing that the damage bonus is already open. Just a bit of love spread, and you know what, that wasn't too bad of a tank fight. If they had gotten into the tank hard enough and not worried about the SI coming in, that tank may have been like 1000 to 500 HP. So Solar System...
Only one incap, wow.
Only one incap, yeah.
But still, the bonus
Not
is
so
so
bad,
low.
but
Because
unfortunately the bonus is now lower than that of Amagami. So I think they won't make it with too much bonus if they eat a big hit here. Again, double boom land, very questionable charger, if not kind of brainless. Charger unfortunately just rocket spawns from the top. Does get out though, so Hinamori gets a second attempt. Maybe that was the play, make him feel like the charger's dead. This charger goes for a second respawn. They have a 3-cap boom, charger smoker jockey, charger spawner, sorry, and oh whoa, is that server lag?
Yep.
Ew, server lag as a 100 charger do land. Smoker might be able to pull someone off the ledge, but will get killed because he missed the... Oh, does pull someone off the ledge. Maybe a slow clear there. The bonus goes even further, now 200 behind. And I think the lead is at least 1100 points for Amagami, which probably is GG at this point, unless the next tank is immediate. Spit gets a nice block there, the jockey teasing coach. Doesn't land at all. Who is this fanboy from Australia?
Probably Elliot.
It is Elliot. Looking for a bit of attention. We'll get none.
Yeah. There's no Anna on the chat, so he needs to get some attention in the chat.
Ooh.
That hurts. That hurts.
Simpin, Elliot. Can I get a girlfriend check? Good stuff here by Amagami, really picking it up after round 1. Or actually carrying on the momentum, as Discreet would say, from round 1. And keep playing the way they are, they'll walk away with quite a comfortable win. Going 3-0 into RBT6, putting them in a favorable position. Obviously come up against a harder opponent in the next round. Not that Solar System aren't a capable team, they actually are very capable of defeating Korea Gaming. Last week's matchup was quite impressive, just unable to bring that same counter domination as a Charger, and Smoker landed a bit of coordination but do get cleared quite quickly and does not look as effective as it seemed. 3 zeros on the board for Solar System. Oh, I just noticed the tank percentage too, it's well and truly GG. 80% tank just means that survivors will obviously be able to walk 80% of the map, which is distance that Solar System can afford Amagami to have. And so I don't think, unless they land a quad cap, this is winnable now for Solar System, who are currently leading by 1,200 points. Map distance in total, mind you, is only 500, so even at this point, they're going to need about 700 bonus from where the survivors are now, and they still haven't made the end of the map or bonus or tank on anything. Hunter Jockey Boomerang Spitter 2-2 for the tightest of hallways I've seen. Left did 2, I suppose. But there's plenty of space, there's plenty of areas that they can shoot. Usually it's just one player that's going to have to embrace the pain for this hit. Unless a sexy skeet comes out. You know what? How about a spitter pick here by Mayuyu? Maybe they're sacking for a quad? I don't know what they're doing at the moment because they're... Okay, so obviously that spitter was completely either baited by the hunter because the hunter may have said go-go and, you know, didn't spawn, and the spitter unfortunately gets baited, or that spitter just accidentally spawned, or situation 3 is the spitter just shot the bed.
Reloading.
3 cap. Not a 3 cap. 2-2. Boom spit, smoker, charger. We need to get 87-12 off 0. Off the 0. Come on. Come on. Here we go. Smoker's actually trying to get a pull from behind. The charger also comes in from behind. Does not land, but that boomer will get a nice cheeky 3-fer. But unfortunately for 87-12, it still stays on 0. The total infected damage here by Solar System, what is it, 26-30 odd? 31? And they've pretty much walked 80% of the map nearly. So this is just getting a little out of hand. Now this is infinite, and well, it's not infinite, but this horde is... Well, first of all, this event is loud. I always have to record them, not record S&D underscore restart, as you're doing that too. I know that's on your stream. This event's pretty loud, but a lot of comment for this event. It's pretty manageable compared to the standard Dark Carney map 5 or map 4 event, because that's just ridiculous on its own. The charger, oh my days, I've never seen a charger do a 360 only not to land, but does get 3 punches if anything. But more importantly, 87-12 still on 0. Must be hard on green ping. Maybe Amagami are just that good. They're just too strong. They're probably going to push right through and maybe spawn at the tank to -1 infected. Double boom there for solar system as a spitter remains alive. In the hands of Moon, very questionable indeed. But gets killed eventually by my Yuyu. Now tank is in the hands of Tiba, who spawns practically at the safe room. I'm wondering if he knows where the bin is, because there is one hittable here. He's actually losing thrust already. I'm not too sure what he did with his grace period. But it seems like he wants to go around the world. Look at Amagami here. They're pushing all the way forward, practically in front of the safe room. Now I've seen, and personally I have fought a tank here. It is quite hard. Maybe there is an infected ladder for him to get across, but this is insane. They're now losing the tank. Losing the tank quite effectively too. He's nearly at about lower first pass, and I'm just surprised by the amount of distance that Amagami have already put on the board. You know, it'd be funny if they just walked right into the safe room. Again, I hate to be a broken record, but 87-12 really needs to get off 0. It's making me nervous. They've turned off the event. They've made it practically.
Yeah.
They've made 97% of the map, and this tank is in. Oh, here he goes. Smoker will get cleared. The tank's just going to get kited with the first punch. About 2 or 3 SI on Nick. We'll get a punch onto Rochelle. That Smoker is really pestering. They need to clear that Smoker. Now Ellis will cop nothing, and I've never seen a tank fought so cleanly with the survivors able to run into the safe room.
That's a safe room. That's a free safe room.
Pretty much just after the death of the tank, and this is probably the highest bonus I've seen on a neutral server game of Dark Honey Remix. 4K on the board for Amagami, and this is now an absolute domination. Really.
Washini, go.
This is an absolute domination. Amagami just... These are just plays I haven't seen before. Not in the playbook. I mean, maybe it is, but it's just at the very end of the playbook. Quite obviously, Solar System were not expecting that push from Amagami, who... You know, Chinese teams are known to have unorthodox plays, I suppose, to put it in a way or a sense. But when they work, they really make the enemy team look a little embarrassed. Nice 2-cap lands momentarily. The Smoker Hana in coordination. The Boomer just walks in and gets this double boom. I don't know if they've got 3 or 4 death survivors on Solar System. He's practically waddled right in. But not too much damage. A few positive things to take away here, I suppose, for Solar System. Tank fights not being one of them, but or playing tanks for that matter. But I suppose they came against a very capable Chinese team. They've put up a fight, but look, the scoreboards obviously don't reflect what I'm trying to say too well, but from just spectating it, they managed to get through maps 1 and 2 most likely through the map okay-ish. Map 1 was pretty much their highlight. Let's see if this Hunter quickly is able to do a wall kick. Does land here, and the Spitter Charger will going... Oh, okay, they're going for a solo charge. Okay, I don't know what they're going for now. See, stuff like that happens sometimes, which makes me question if there is any strategy in these teams, but let's just give them the benefit of the doubt.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Taking the machine gun.
Watch out.
Alright, well, a bit of damage. Nothing scary. Jockey probably will get M2'd twice, actually. The smoker gets cleared and the boomer hiding behind that single hay bale manages to get Rochelle. So, look, it is just a go-go at this point. I don't think either of the teams are doing anything with SI. Survivor mains, it seems like, on both teams at the moment, except Amagami are doing better on their tanks. Oh, who is that at the front? Moon. Not in an ideal position. Gets lucky, the fact that that spitter was in a position where he couldn't, I suppose, spit or capitalize on the cap separated by, I suppose, wacky positioning. And here comes that last hit before the tank. S&D restart in chat again. The spitter gets picked. Mayu just question marking his teammates because they just don't like going in with their SI apparently. Maybe they're a little bit of overconfidence here, making them look a little silly. But this hunter's gonna be going for a really high DP. I got one here earlier today and that hunter actually dies. Not too sure that hunter was a tank actually, but the tank will be in the hands of Cat. Obviously completely aware of where the bin is. Amagami will be trying to get this as close as they can to the survivors, but they gotta be careful because monkey see, monkey do, and Solar System are pretty much holding W right into this area where they fought by the Ferris wheel. Now that bin is right in the middle. Maybe they'll push past the bin and go towards the safe room to fight the tank. That tank is behind. They can get into the safe room. They can actually get into the safe room. What is this tank doing?
I don't know.
They can literally get into the safe room if they're big balls it. Oh, they just hesitated for a second. They can still get into the safe room. Go. I really want to see this happen. Go to the safe room.
Go, go, go!
They're going. They're going. Oh, this is kind of embarrassing. Oh, that tank's not going to be able to catch him.
Go, go, go. No,
Maybe
slow climb.
No.
Oh, come on.
Cat manages to get an in-cap. Unfortunately, they went into the safe room a little too late. That tank was so far earlier, and now he'll just die here, I'd imagine, unable to catch Nick, who hopefully doesn't corner himself, and that's a dead tank. I don't even think that tank deserved that punch. That tank was quite brain dead in my opinion.
Yeah.
Went so far behind, and if the survivors were just a little faster in pushing forward, they would have made it into the safe room with probably more bonus, I think.
Maybe they can do a can't spawn in a safe room.
Maybe, as the Charger does get a little bit of a rocket spawn onto Ellis. I don't think I've seen Nick or Rochelle just leave the safe room after they've made it inside nice and safe. And score differential about 1200 points. That could have been about maybe a 600 point game instead of a 1200 point game, with the survivors pushing into that safe room at the very end. Obviously we've seen a few plays that are not in the textbook, but good win nevertheless for Amagami, who once they took the lead and hit that pressure button, just got away. And I think Solar System played well, I suppose. but not well enough, unfortunately. A few things they can take away. Survival was looking quite strong, just unfortunately weren't able to do much with their tanks, and that just cost them towards the end. So thanks for watching. Well done to Amagami, who make it 3-0 moving into round 4 of RBT6. Solar System 2-1. No harm. To be honest, they've still got a few games to go where they can, I suppose,
We have 4 more
guarantee
rounds,
their,
I guess.
four rounds to go, and they can really secure their seat in the top 16 to move into the eliminations phase. So GG, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys won a few
everyone.
bottles of vodka. I know I lost. I continue losing the matches that Crusher streams. I don't know why, but oh well. GG.
Have a good sleep, Paddy.
Thank you. I've got a match in about 8 hours.
I will probably stream it, so see ya guys. GG.
GG.